Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Blue Room or whatever. I'm watching Twilight Pitch Meeting. I've seen Twilight like a million times, not really, but kinda. Know this like movie like the back of my hand, as they say. It's one of my favorite movies, and I realized that people been hating on this movie and I don't appreciate it. So let's watch Pitch Meeting. Ruin this movie for me. I'm so nervous to start. Alright, don't say anything stupid, okay?
So, you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. It's based on a book series about vampires.
Oh, vampires are extremely cool.
Yeah, not these ones, though.
Oh, they're not?
No, they're not. You know how vampires, like, turn to dust when they're exposed to sunlight?
Yeah.
Well, these ones sparkle like beautiful little diamonds.
Okay. What about mirrors? Do they, like,
aspect.
show up in mirrors?
Yep, these ones certainly do, sir. They seem to be quite amused by them in certain instances as well.
Okay, do they do, like, the basic vampire thing of sucking blood out of people?
No, these ones try not to. They call themselves vegetarians.
Oh, okay.
Most of them go to high school.
I gotta say,
like...
I'm not loving this concept so far.
Well, the books have sold millions of copies to brand-loyal preteens with disposable income.
Okay, I gotta say, I'm loving this concept so far.
I thought you might.
So what happens with these sparkly bad boys?
Well, the movie's gonna follow this girl, Bella Swan.
Oh, and what's she like?
What do you mean?
Like, what's her character? What's her personality?
She
Oh, no,
has
she doesn't, that
none.
doesn't apply here.
What?
Yeah, no, she's just as plain as can be, so the girls in the audience can just transpose their personalities onto her.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, so she's just the blankest slate you can imagine.
Aren't the other
didn't like
characters
that
gonna find her
about Bella, to be
boring, though?
honest.
No, they're all
Like,
gonna
she was
freak
so
out when she walks into a room like she's the
But-
greatest thing ever.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, like at the beginning of the movie, she's starting at a new school, and all the guys are all over her, and all the girls are like, oh my god, hi.
Wow.
So anyway, then she's gonna find out about this family called the Cullens that go to her high school, and they're all secretly vampires.
Do they look like they're of high school age?
No, they're all clearly in their 20s.
So
Like, so
why
much
go to
good
high school?
memories.
To blend in.
Do they blend in?
No, they don't.
Seems like it'd be better for vampires to not go to high school. What if a student gets a paper cut?
Oh, well, then it would be over for sure.
Right, so why do they go to high school?
Because that's where the main character spends her time, and I need them to interact.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. That's all you have to
wasn't it
say.
So anyway, Bella develops this romantic thing with one of the vampires, this guy Edward Cullen.
How does that start?
Well, she walks into class, and he looks like he's about to vomit, so that,
Yeah,
really
when I
kicks
saw
things
that, I
off.
was like,
Oh,
do you
romantic
like her or
puking
not,
is
though?
tight.
Yeah, so then he's like super rude to her, and he stares at her like he pooped his pants, and he's trying to see if she noticed.
Undeniably romantic.
It is, so obviously they fall deeply in love with each other.
Because of the poop stares and the meanness?
Yeah, and also he saves her from being pancaked by a van and then gaslights
that
her
was
about it
rough.
ever happening.
So does she find out that he's a vampire?
Yeah, eventually she figures it out.
How does she do that?
She Googles it.
Oh, characters learning stuff via search engines. That's one of my favorite things to watch.
It is very cinematic for sure. So then she confronts him about it. She's like, yeah, I know you're a vampire.
And what does he say?
Well, he's like, you shouldn't love me, Bella. I'm like 100 years old and I've killed people.
Oh my god, he's 100?
Yeah, he's 100 years old, and he's like, I've been watching you sleep every night for months. I,
Like
a very
creepy.
old man, have been breaking into your room and watching you sleep.
So she realizes how
Technically,
horrifying
he
this is and
old, but
distances
he
herself?
No, she goes with the exact opposite of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like a bull. She just sees a red flag and runs at it.
Sure sounds that way.
Yeah, so then they're officially dating, so they start to do like romantic stuff.
What kind of stuff are we talking?
Well, he gives her some piggyback rides, they climb some trees, just
I
vampire
love that.
stuff.
Wow.
That was so
There's
cute.
also this guy Jacob, right? And he's not gonna do much in this movie, but in the next one, he's gonna be a werewolf.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a love triangle, because this guy has visible abs, so that automatically makes him a love interest.
Very cool. And if we're lucky,
Yeah, but
fans
I
will like
didn't
take
like
sides,
Jacob
you know?
at
Some will be
all.
Team Edward, some will be Team Jacob.
My thoughts exactly, sir. There's gonna be a huge debate over which one of these two monsters gets to hook up with a teenage girl.
Wow, now that you phrase it like that, I hate it to my very core.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie.
But anyway, eventually it's gonna turn out that he was never in love with her. He was just kind of like in love with their unborn child.
What?
Don't
Yeah,
say
eventually
it
when she
like
gets
that.
pregnant, he's gonna be like, oh, I am vibing with that fetus. That's my girl right there.
Don't say
oh
it
my
like
God.
that.
So anyway, back to this movie. Bella's gonna get to know Edward's family and go play vampire baseball.
I'm sorry, I thought you said vampire baseball, but that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. So what did you
It
actually
was
say?
really
Vampire
cool,
baseball.
okay?
Baseball with vampires.
Oh, I did hear correctly. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so they do that for a bit, but then because something should probably happen in this thing, some bad vampires show up.
Uh-oh, what's their deal?
Well, this one vampire, James, becomes obsessed with Bella, like, right away.
How come?
Because she's the main character. character.
Right.
Yeah, so we find out that this James guy is like the deadliest vampire there is. He's gonna stop at nothing to get what he wants.
Well, sounds like it's gonna be tough to stop him.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, they have like a little scuffle with him in a dance studio, and then his head pops clean off.
Oh, well, good.
So then they go to prom, and Bella's like, turn me into a vampire, you coward. And he's like, no, it's the first movie. I can't do that yet.
You definitely want to save that for later.
Yeah, and then it just kind of ends. So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like we're gonna be able to manipulate teenage girls into giving us money, so I'm happy.
Great.
Although I do kind of feel bad for whoever we end up casting as Edward Cullen.
Yeah, it is gonna be tough to book any badass movie roles after being known as the sparkly vampire dude.
Listen, I am here to defend Twilight until the day I die, okay? All those teenage girls that they're talking about, I have the book, first of all. I have 2 of the book. I have the first one and I have the last one, because those 2 were the 2 best ones. And I was Team Edward all the way. Still I'm Team Edward. Hated Jacob from the start. Still hate Jacob until today. Like nothing has changed. Hated him even more when he imprinted on Renesmee, because you had no right. Like when Bella was going to kick his, like I was like, yes girl, rip him up. Love to see it. But no, why did you make it sound like that? You made it sound like it made no sense at all, and like it was just mad ridiculous and mad funny. Even the parts where it's like, oh, he just gave her some piggyback rides. Like that was so cute. Like in the thing when he was like, as if you could outrun me. Like that was so cute. Like I loved it. I loved it a lot. Like I appreciated it. So for you to be like making it seem like the way you made it seem, like it's so funny to me, because I was one of those persons that I am one of those persons that I am literally blinded by Twilight in the way that nothing anybody says ever changed my mind about Twilight, because to me it's such a solid movie. Like the first one, the last one, solid. Like the movie that I can go back to. Like now that I've gotten as old as I am, I don't tend to go back as often to watch it, but I do watch it. Okay, and if it was to come on right now, I would watch it. And I watch persons doing reactions to it because I still love it, and I still, you know, like I still appreciate it. When Bella went into the room, Edward was like, I was really there just like, seriously, like, do you like her or not? Because he literally looked like he was going to throw up, like, for real. So, but I love Twilight. Like, I was mad offended, but I love Twilight. Always have, always will. Always will. If you like this reaction, I'm literally laughing at myself. If you like this reaction, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next TED Talk or whatever.